Okay, so we're back at the studio, and hopefully we have the sound going a little better. Today I'm going to read today's reading, but we have some things in the works. We're going to do a pranayam course online, including the daily reading, and so that'll be coming up. And we also have some other things that we are classes and other trainings that we're doing online. So be looking for that. Glad you came today. Well, we're doing January 13th in the dawn. When we get clean for the first time, and or if we are trying to change a different part of our addiction after going through the steps again, there's a time of the dawn. We are moving from the darkness of our habit energy, but we have one foot in the darkness and one in the light. It is an uncomfortable time. Do I go forward or do I go back? When I was first clean, this time almost killed me. I did not feel like I fit in with my using friends, and I did not feel I fit in with the new clean friends. One night in distress, I was thinking how to end my life. A guy in the meeting saw the distress in my face, I guess, and walked out of the meeting looking for a place to end my life, and he came to talk to me. I opened up to what I was feeling, and he talked me off the ledge for over an hour. I still was not convinced, but I put off dying or going backward for another day. I decided that I would see what happens with this clean thing. I could always die later. This was when I started to understand the meaning of just for today. There's a sloka or mantra from the Bahamaranyaka Upanishad that speaks to this. It's really a prayer. Lead me from ignorance to knowledge. Lead me from darkness to light. Lead me from death to life. Peace, peace, peace. Even in the Vedic times, people yearn to help, to go from bad energy to good. This is being a spiritual disease. We need to look at for aid and from a power greater than ourselves, which we will explore more in the second step. But we must acknowledge our powerlessness and willingness to move forward, even when it would seem easier just to stay where we are. In the Vedas, the dawn was revered as Usha. She is said to be the mother of the cows, or the truth. She is the young girl that is dressed up to bring us even more illumination. It is Usha that breaks us through the darkness of untruth and is a symbol of illuminating mind. Thought for today, I am willing to go through the uncomfortableness of change with the help of my higher power. Okay, so this idea of Usha is very important for us in recovery and when we're trying to break habit energies. We need to have that glorious light to bring us into a new day, into a new realization, into a new mindset. If you ever taken recovery into a jail or institution meeting kind of thing, and you've told your story, you told your experience, and you told your way out, occasionally you can see that glimmer, that light, Usha, coming in people's eyes. And the people who are using, typically their eyes are very dark, and you can see the darkness of their soul. But you come in and bring a little bit of light, and maybe they're able to go through that darkness and reach them in a different way that nobody else has been able to. And seeing that is a miracle. And then seeing that light start to grow, and maybe even seeing them in a meeting, and maybe they're still in the darkness, and so they're looking down, maybe not even in your eyes. has shadows of the darkness of the disease. But then, after 30 days, you start seeing their lightness in their step, in their being, and seeing the full morning starting to come onto them. And then a year later, you see them in a totally different light, and there's lightness in their spirit. Maybe they've gotten their children back. Maybe they've gotten a job. Maybe they've gotten to a point where they feel a sense of calm with the world instead of fighting the world. And so now they're living into the daylight. And but it doesn't start. You can't go from the darkness to the daylight. You have to have that uncomfortable time of change. And for me, it was a really challenging time for me. And so, if you are starting to find recovery and you don't feel quite right yet, just keep going, keep trying it. And then, one day, maybe it'll all make sense. So that's our thought for the day. Hope you have a wonderful day, and we will see you tomorrow. Thanks.